So we might be a little late on this, guys, but you know the saying, better late than never. I want to break down with you all Warren Buffett's most recent moves in the stock market. We got their 13F filing, and by there, I mean Berkshire Hathaway's. I think about a week ago, we got the filing, which shows what stocks they bought, sold, reduced, right? What they added to. And I want to share with you guys all that info. I want to break down, again, what Buffett just did this past quarter. And of course, realize, guys, with these 13F filings, we don't know exactly if they're still in these stocks. Well, I guess with Warren Buffett, we know because he's not a trader. But with Michael Burry, for example, which I might do a video on his as well, but he's in and out of stocks all the time. And these 13F filings, they're updates from, 30, 60, 90 days ago. So for all we know, stocks that are on Burry's 13F filing, he might already be out of those by the time you're reading the 13F filing. So if you're seeing stocks on whatever investors 13F filing, realize they could already be out of these positions. It's not like these trades were made yesterday. They were made during the last 90 days. So they could have bought and then sold, sold, whatever. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's dive into this video, guys. Now that we got that out of the way, we gotta get that out for all those that didn't know that. So this is Warren Buffett right here, arguably the best investor. I'll come out and say it. He is the best investor of all time. We got a nice up and close shot of his face right here. So let's continue on and go to the actual 13F filing and see what actually happened last quarter from Berkshire, which obviously, Warren Buffett owns the company. He's stepping down as CEO soon, though. It's that time, but it's still his company, right, at the end of the day. So if we come over here, we can see what his top holdings are as of right now, and then we'll talk a little bit more about what happened in the last quarter. So I'm sure you all know at this point some of his top holdings, if not all of his top holdings. So we all know Apple is a position that he owns, right? And he's actually reduced that stock a lot over the last couple of quarters. Not this go around, not for this 13F, but he used to own a lot more Apple. Let's just say that. And he trimmed it down. He sold a lot, and he still owns a good amount, but it's about 25% of his portfolio now. I think at the peak it was 50%. Yes, you heard that right. And he also owns American Express, Coca-Cola, Bank of America, right? Those are his top four. Chevron is the fifth one, his top holding there. Occidental Petroleum, Moody's, MCO, right? Kraft Heinz, Chubb Limited, which I think is the 10th one. DaVita might be the 10th. Yeah. So those are his top 10. And a lot of you guys probably already know these stocks. And for Buffett's 13F, like I said, he's not getting in and out of these positions often because that's not how he invests. He's not a trader, right? He's a long-term investor. So you don't have to worry about okay, did he sell out of American Express, after this 13F? There's no way he did that. But again, with other investors, 13F, you have to think about that because, Buffett's a long-term investor, but a lot of these other guys, they're short-term traders. There's a lot of turnover in their portfolio, but with Buffett, that's not the case. So let's come over here to the new holdings, and wait, I don't see anything. That's because there are no new holdings, guys. So with that over $300 billion of cash that Berkshire has, well, they didn't buy any new holdings in the last quarter. Yes, you heard that right. Now, what did they add to? What stocks did they add to in the last quarter? Well, let's go through those right now. We have Occidental Petroleum, OXY is the ticker. We can see they added about, 760,000 shares in the quarter. That's a big increase. Well, actually, it's not, but it just sounds like a lot of shares. But in reality, for Berkshire, that was only a 0.25% increase in their position size. Think about that. And that's already the sixth largest holding. He also added more VRSN, which is VeriSign. He added 0.14% more shares, 18,000 shares of VeriSign, and he also added more SiriusXM, another 2.3 million shares. Looks like here Constellation Brands added 6.3 million shares, and that was an increase of 113%. So he's really boosting up his position in STZ and Domino's for that matter. He increased Domino's pizza stake, the stake in DPZ, up 10%. He added 238,000 shares, which is a pretty big increase there. And this one, oh my goodness, guys, this is a big increase. He bought another 865,000 shares of Pool Corporation, POOL, and that's an 144% increase. Oh my goodness. So if you look at what he's adding to, you're noticing he's really beefing up his stake in Pool Corporation and STZ, Constellation Brands. Very, very interesting there. Very, very interesting. And if we come over here to reduced, what is he selling out of? Not completely, but he's trimming, I guess, or what he's selling out of a little bit. Well, I guess we'll see how much he's selling out of these. But Bank of America, believe it or not, Buffett's selling some Bank of America. He sold 48 million shares, and he reduced his stake by 7% in the last quarter, which is actually a pretty big deal. That's a big reduction there. And Capital One, COF is the ticker. He reduced that by 4%, selling 300,000 shares. So it's interesting. Why is he selling out of the finance sector stocks, a couple of them at least, Bank of America, Capital One, trimming those a bit? I haven't figured it out yet. If you have, let me know in the comments. But I'm thinking, why is he selling out of these? I don't know. Maybe he sees a major recession coming where the banks are screwed. I hope that's not what he's seeing. But he's selling out of those a little bit, guys. And T-Mobile, TMUS, sold 466,000 shares, an 11% reduction in the stake. NCHTR, Charter Communications, sold barely any, 0.3%, 7,500 shares. But FWONK, which is Formula One Group, he sold a lot, 3.2 million shares, 48% reduction in the stake, which he sold essentially, in other words, half of his shares of Formula One there. So those are the ones he reduced. Let's see what he added to, or no, we did that already. What did he close out? Oh yeah, this is what we didn't talk about yet. So another finance, Citigroup. Yeah, he closed Citigroup out completely. So we saw the reduction in COF, Capital One, Bank of America, and he sold out of Citigroup completely. 14 million shares, poof, gone just like that. And NU Holdings, he sold 40 million shares out of it completely. So I don't know if he's kind of consolidating his bank holdings. Maybe he doesn't want 5 bank holdings. Maybe he just wants 3 to concentrate in the top 3. Maybe that's kind of what's going on here. I don't know fully what is going on, but yeah, there you have it, guys. There you have it. That's what Buffett is doing as of the last quarter. And he's been crushing the market for years. He's got a bunch of cash right now, which has people questioning what his next move is, what's Berkshire's next move, and I'm excited to see what it is. Eventually he's going to buy stocks. When will it be? What stocks is he buying? And I forgot to mention, there's actually a confidential stock that he put the confidential tag on in this last quarter, and we don't know what that is yet. Last time he did that, he bought Chubb Limited 2 years ago, roughly, and I'm curious what it is this go around. We have a lot of I've been getting a lot of guesses in the comments. Boeing, United Health Group. I've been getting a bunch of predictions, but yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you think he's buying with that confidential stock. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Join the free email stock newsletter. Check out my Patreon. All of those are down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video.